we are going to add a month. Okay. We're going to add about a month before the project starts. So you get that. And other input we got is, hey, you start these projects in the middle of the semester. We got to go find a student that takes a couple of months. So can you give us some time? So we're going to probably add 3-4 months to the beginning of the project, so you can hit the ground running when the project really starts. Okay. Now, people wanted a lot of no-cost extensions. And again, during the pandemic, we gave no-cost extensions to everybody who asked, about 6 months or so. And again, now that the pandemic is over or almost over, research committee is going to be tighter in giving these no-cost extensions. So please do not assume they're going to be automatic. You will need a reason why a project is being extended. So assume the deadline is the deadline. Okay. So then people wanted a bit of an overview. What is needed from us at different times? And so I'll just summarize this. We may have a Zoom call with all the new awardees each year going forward, but we want a proposed research summary at the beginning of the project. And if you go to our website, you will see the title of the project, PI and affiliation. If you see a hyperlink under the title, that is a proposed research summary. You click on that, it will lead you to a 2-page thing, a figure and some description about what you're planning to do. Okay. This is needed to get the project going. Your proposal is only seen by the research committee and you, but once it is funded, we want it, put it out there in front of the whole community to see and to interact and collaborate, right? So you can edit it, revise it a little bit, but whatever you're willing to share with the peer community as a whole, you should do that. Now, things weren't happening, so we had to tie these to some financial milestones. So right now we're saying funding will not start until you give that proposed research summary, okay? And then we want you to attend the researchers workshop and annual meeting when we start that again, possibly in about 6 months. And this is needed for continuation of funding. By that point, you may be at about 50, 60, 70%, but for the rest to continue, we want attendance. Ideally, we would want you and your student, but in person would be preferred. And then peer report at the end. So we are again going to hold back about 10% of the project, incentivize doing the reports, because as you just saw, we are 33 reports short over there. And peer report, again, if you go to our project page, you will see this link, the name of the people, and then there is a peer report right there. You click on it and you're all familiar with peer reports. Now we have DOIs, so please do the final task of finishing your project, which is doing a peer report. You saw this slide yesterday, how we look at the research gaps, and there are filling them with the new RFPs and such. I'll get into a little bit of nuts and bolts with what the research committee does. We look at it, slice and dice it in a few different ways, and look at where we are putting in a lot of money and where things are not happening. We can see, if you look at the PBEE phase, right? A lot is being done on the analysis side, right? Not a whole lot on the damage or loss side. And a fair amount on hazard too. And similarly, a lot of work on the computational, not so much on experimental, you can say. And if you look at it in a different way, a fair amount on bridges. Well, we do get TSRP money. So naturally, bridges are about 4 million of the 5.5 or 6. So nothing on tunnels, nothing on ports. Professor Restrepo is planning to change that by doing some things on ports. So these are some of the things the research committee is going to look at and revise the RFP to address some of these gaps. So please look out for the RFP end of next month. And we may have, this is from last year, but about end of October, we'll have a new RFP. I'll give a quick plug to the blind prediction contest that's going on right now. Please participate. It is, you will get all the information on the website. It was essentially elastic, the response. So Your dynamic students, it's very accessible, reachable project for them to try out too. So please encourage them to participate in that. Collaboration, I left this slide blank, okay, just to make a point, intentionally left blank. So we love these slides. Like yesterday, Mark had a slide where peer was one of the many blurbs. He had a whole bunch of other things happening, right? And same with NGL project, they had a lot of different logos. We love those things. We love it when you go out there and collaborate, get external funding, and make it really big. And peer dollars are not a whole lot, but to make them go long, you need to collaborate, get external funding. When you look at the RFP, right, it has two columns, peer money and other. If you have other matching funding, your chances of that proposal getting funded go up dramatically. Okay, same thing, there are 6 items in a proposal. One of them, 5 and 6, are about collaboration with other projects, other peer projects. Don't do a quick search on peer site and pick 2 and put there. The ones who write more meaningful paragraph of how a collaboration is done, they have a better chance of their project getting funded. We are looking for collaborations. We are looking for you to forge those interactions and collaborations with other peer researchers and external funding sources. So please collaborate. I left this blank because for registration for this, we had a question, which other peer projects do you see collaborations with? Unfortunately, it was not a required question, and there were just 2 responses. So Erica, thank you for that. And I think Jose, thank you for filling that. Then a few more thanks. Peer team, well, they're out there. And you saw how people work to get the generators and everything. But not just the event day, but the whole sub-awards, to the communications, to the reports, the peer team behind the scenes. We appreciate everything they're doing. More recently, Jen Dawson of ERSO is also a part of the peer bridge contract. So we thank all of them. State of California, they give us the $1 million for TSRP. So a big thank you to them. Caltrans, the Caltrans Bridge program, 4.5 million in 4 or 5 years. They're also about $1 million. In addition, we have a few other ones, the CEA project, CEC. These are fairly large projects running 3-4 years. So we thank all the sponsors for keeping the funding going, and then all the BIP members. So in your collaborations, in your proposals, if you can find a BIP member to partner with, again, the chances of your proposal being funded, they go up dramatically. Because we all love the curiosity-based inquiry and such, but we also need to balance that with what is needed in the field, right? So you have to look at what the industry partners need, any pressing needs and problems they have. If you can address them into your research, right? Solve the specific problem, but from the research, solve the general problem for you and your student. If you can do that, your proposals have a higher chance of getting funded. So that's it, and thank you to all of you. This is a reminder for me to get you all out during one of the breaks for a photograph. And online people will get you photoshopped into that. And yeah, thank you for everything you're doing. We really appreciate it. We want those reports. Okay, so with that, I'll pass it on to, we have a great program today. The first one is on networks. It is an extension of the regional stuff you saw yesterday. And the second session is an interesting one. It's a mix of tsunami, fire, and other hazards. So we have Professor Berkeley moderating that session. And then afternoon, we have a geohazards second session. And then the final one, we are really excited about the peer student committee. They're going to have a bunch of lightning presentations. So we are doing this for the first time. So, and they have a gift for the winner. So it is going to be exciting. We want you all to stick around and watch that, and then open up the discussion for any other items you have. So with that, I'll pass it on to Professor Dearline. Right? Thank you.